All right, we are recording. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Fenton. How's it going, brother?
I'm doing amazing. We both look great. The melanin is melanining.
Yes, yes. Yes, it is. Let me stop. Let me stop.
All right. Well, for those of you who are new to the podcast, we want to welcome you to Products of Circumstance, the new podcast with Ken Skeen and myself, and Joseph. We discuss mental health and mindset matters through the lens of Black men. We cover topics like family and relationship trauma, relationships with money, self-worth, positive thinking, gratefulness, and so much more. And we're happy that you're with us today. The show is unscripted, y'all. It's unfiltered and mostly unedited. And also, we choose our topics randomly. So I have no idea what we're going to talk about today. Ken knows, and he's going to tell us in a second. But before he does, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And please, if you get something out of this, share it with somebody so that they can as well. All right, Ken, let's get into it. What is the topic of the day, my brother?
All right. So after our brief 15-minute discussion before we started recording, the topic of the day is going to be manifestation.
Oh,
Oh, it's a good
ugh.
one.
Now let's get into it. So what does manifestation even kind of mean loosely, and why should we care about it? Why are we talking about it?
Well, I don't have a dictionary in front of me, but loosely manifestations, when you're speaking things into the universe and bringing either positive or negative energy into your aura, your soul, your life.
Okay.
So yes, there's good and bad manifestation. Speaking great about yourself, or I'm gonna get this job, or I have this job, I have this house,
Hmm.
I have a healthy family, I have, or you could say, I'm no good, I'm worthless, I'm stupid. Again, these are all things that you're talking into the universe
Hmm.
that you can manifest. Um, some people may believe or not believe, and everything is just built around energy.
Right.
We're all energy, whether it's kinetic or stationary.
Sounds like a Wu-Tang song. Anatomically.
It's all
Yeah.
right though. But yeah, so
Right.
people do, you must talk very good about yourself. The rest of the world may not, but you and yourself, you should look in the mirror every day and such stuff. I am great. I am healthy. I
Hmm.
am, I'm not trying to say you're Popeye and I am what I am, but
I am what I eat.
I am's what I am's. But yes, manifestation. Me in my soul, I do really believe in manifestation and talking good into the universe about myself, about my family, about my friends, such as Fenton right here.
Hey. So what's something that maybe in recent years you would say that you've manifested, that you've seen, you could look back and be like, yep, I spoke about it, I executed, it happened. Give me an example.
All right, something I've manifested is all right. Let's go real recent. This podcast, I've been speaking about a podcast for 6 years now,
Right.
and just building up just knowledge of what I would talk about. I've always been a very motivational person. I know this already. I've been told this. One of the reasons I truly do love, enjoy speaking with you is because you have the same mind frame. We may not be the same person,
Mhm.
but we do have the same kind of aspect on life of, you know, positivity and spreading it, and why be negative on yourself or others, because it'll just come right back to you anyway.
Absolutely.
So after speaking into the universe about, I want to do a podcast, I really want to start a podcast. Finally, one day, I woke up and said, I really need to do this podcast because I keep talking about it, and there are people all over the internet really bringing positive energy. I feel I should share this as well. And then
Where are you?
that's when you got this nice phone call a few months ago.
Yeah.
And this came to life.
Well, I didn't know that it was a 6 year. I think you said it was 6 years in the
Six
making,
years. Yeah.
and I didn't realize that. One thing that I like that you did was you said you kept talking about it, or rather, you said to yourself, "I keep talking about it. I keep talking about it, but I'm not doing it." I think sometimes people don't realize that even if you keep on talking about something that you haven't yet done, you're still helping to manifest it because you're keeping it at the top. It's kind of like if I was gonna say you're keeping it top of mind. It's kind of like if you send an email, right, at work, and you don't get a response, and the next day you just, hey, I'm just sending a reminder just to keep this at the top of your inbox. just following up. And you do that every now and again just to keep it at the top of their inbox so that they see it and they know that it's something that they have to respond to. And I think we work the same way. If as long as we keep talking about it, it'll stay at the top of our mental inbox, and we know we have to respond to that at some point. Because look, life gets in the way. We have families to take care of, and we have work and businesses, responsibilities, and it can be hard to execute on that thing, that passion that you have, or whatever it is. So I like that you kept talking about it until one day you woke up and all that built up, what I'm saying? Like energy was like, all right, this is getting
Yeah.
done. And you took action, made the phone call, called me, and here we are. And we have this, really cool podcast that's impacting people, and that's dope.
Right.
I'll
So
give an
I have a
example
question. Yeah, I was about to ask
after
you.
you.
I was actually going to ask you what's something, I guess, recent that you've manifested in your life, whether it be work related or family related.
Sure. So one of my favorite go-to examples is when I got married to my wife, I had a vision for like our household income. I was like 2 years into being married, our household income is going to be at least $200,000. And I spoke it, I shared that with her. I was like, there's no reason why we can't make this happen, if we work hard and hustle. And, we were, a decent ways away from there when we got married. And, we just prayed about it and executed. And before the 2 years hit, that revenue, that household income, it hit $200,000. And I always look at that as an example in our marriage and our journey together of what we're able to accomplish together when we, have a shared vision and we, work hard to execute it, like lockstep. I don't think that personally there's anything that you can't manifest. I believe in God, and I think that His will is going to supersede everything. So I'm never disappointed if I had something in mind and it didn't work out the way that I thought it would. I also, however, don't believe that there isn't anything that's possible. And I think that's a really important part of manifestation. You have to believe it when you say it. You can't just say, I want this, I want to do that, and then you don't actually believe that it can happen. Wherever you draw your faith from, wherever you draw your, belief and possibility and hope in all things possible, like you, you kind of have to hold on to that with all that you have. Otherwise, it really does fall apart. Um,
Yes.
and I'll go ahead and say this because people, should know, like I'm a devout Christian. Like Jesus is Lord. Like I believe in that 100%. Science is real, right? Like I believe God created science. Like we have scientific minds. We are energy. Like we are atoms and electrons, and we're vibrating at certain frequencies on the atomic level. Like there's
Mhm.
nothing that is hard for me to reconcile with my religious beliefs and science. They completely go hand in hand. So I think that's important for people to hear because they'll hear you and I use different terms to talk about things, and they're 100% not in like not we're not like butting heads here, right?
Right.
Like science is real. We do vibrate. Like if you've ever read the book The Secret or seen the video, whatever, like for some people that can be contentious. It can be hard for them to get on board with. That wasn't hard for me to get on board with because science is science. Anyway, I don't want to like go over people's heads with like theological, like discussions or whatever. I guess we should just let it suffice to say that figure out, what works for you and how to really, really hold on to the belief that what you have, for your life and what you want for your life is possible. At very least, bro, sis,
Yeah, I do
everybody,
agree. I
believe it's
absolutely do agree.
possible. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I know you touched base with religion and science, and yes, there are people that don't like to put them hand in hand. And your belief is your belief, and we're not here to change that. But in the whole aspect of manifestation, yes, it is energy. Well, that's what I believe. Then it is energy that you're putting out. So that energy you put out, you're gonna get back. Whether it's praying, because you're speaking to God when you pray, so you're speaking it into the universe. So again, that's why you can use them hand in hand. Fenton, I'm happy you brought that up. Um, at the same time, we're not going to sit there and to try to discuss or define what that is.
No,
But
and I just want to say this. I'm saying it because I'm advocating for anyone who's listening who is a Christian, because I know that Christians have a hard time buying into or getting on board with certain concepts. And I think it's important for them to hear a Christian say it's okay to believe in science. Like, you don't have to just, like, like, let's not get too deep here. If you believe that God hears you when you pray and that he can answer your prayers, then you ought to believe that saying something out loud is going to be heard by him and that he'll respond to it. And if you don't believe in God and you want to take the scientific approach, the same thing still applies.
right,
And you say,
right.
I'm saying this, and there's something that's happening because I put that out there, and it can still happen. So this is really totally 100% not about trying to convince anyone about what they should believe, but rather saying, for me, to the Christians, like, it's okay to listen to this conversation. Because some people just turn this stuff off and be like, dude's a heretic. And that Ken guy, forget it, he's going to hell. Like, that's real. I could tell you that's a real, response that people can have. So, you're gonna be okay. You're still gonna go to heaven. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Read a book. Read a book.
I read my books and listen to my podcasts and audiobooks, so I think I'll be just fine.
You'll be good. All right, so let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
What do you feel like is like a practical way for people to get into the concept of manifestation?
Practical, simple as writing things down. That could be your first thing you do. If you say you don't like to write, I'm not telling you to write a book. You could just write a sentence down. My wife does this a lot, actually. She manifested, the house we live in right now. She wrote it down, I think, like 8 years ago. I want to live in this size house with this many rooms or whatever it may be. And she actually showed me it. And I was like, wow. Or even manifesting, how many children we have, manifesting the career we have. We have Skeen Concepts Woodworks.
Right.
We manifested that, saying, we're gonna own this company. We're gonna make this much a year on the side business. We're gonna create this type of furniture one day. And we just spoke it and spoke it and spoke it, and then it just manifested into what it is today, and where we live today, and the children we have. So, a simple thing someone can do is write it down. Speak out loud. When I drive, I do speak out loud and say, I am great, I am successful, I am healthy.
Right.
I manifest things for my friends and family, like I said before. I speak your name out on a daily basis. Also, I wish your family nothing but health and wealth.
Thank you, brother.
I do it for other friends that I have in my life that I keep in my circle as well, because I want nothing but positive for people. Why not? And when you write things down and speak them out loud and put that positive energy out there, it really truly does come back to you tenfold. When you start speaking negative about people or negative about yourself, you're gonna feel that that energy, that negative energy, that that toxic energy that you put out, you're going to get that back. So just be careful how you speak of yourself and others, because you will get it back in your life, and you don't want that. It's toxic.
It really is. It really is. You
So
really
people
do
have to be
like
careful.
attract what you attract what you think about.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts, become your actions, and that's why it's important to think differently and to think positive things, and to not talk down about yourself, not talk down about other people, not criticize things, and to keep things positive. Because if you're thinking positive, your actions will be positive, and where you focus your attention is just going to be on positive things. It's really, really hard to be a Debbie Downer when you're constantly being a light. When you're constantly shining light on situations. Like, I don't I like to come into situations and see the positive. What's the upside? What's the silver lining? And I'm sure people get super annoyed with Mr. Happy Go Lucky, Sunshine and Rainbows, Fenton. But that's just the way that I see the world. There's always so much possibility. I think we talked about this in a previous episode. Like I grew up, um, you know, my parents taught me how to look for opportunity. They
Mm,
taught me to be hopeful and to look for, that way forward, that path forward. And so I see obstacles, no doubt, because I have to mitigate risk. I have to be able to identify and say this is a challenge and how much effort do I need to, put in to overcome said challenge and things like that. Like I'm very strategic. So I see the issues and the challenges, but I don't look at them and say they're insurmountable, that these are roadblocks that I can't get over. I see the bigger goal
right.
and I just talk about the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like if you're Steph Curry and you see the basket, it's like, yeah, there's three people standing in front of you, but there's also the basket. So why am I going to focus all my energy on the people that are standing in front of me? I'm trying to get to the basket.
Hmm.
Y'all be focused too much on the people that's in front of you trying to stop you from getting to the basket. Just figure out how to get to the basket. No one said it was going to be easy, but that's why you develop your handling so that you could dribble, you know what I'm saying, and get around people. That's why you develop your footwork, right? That's why you develop your shot. You develop all of these tools and assets that you have, you know what I'm saying, that you can employ to get around the obstacles. No one said it was going to be easy. What did we say a few minutes
What
ago?
do you mean? What do you mean?
It's not easy. No, but it's possible. It's possible. And that's why I said you have to hold on firmly to the belief that it's possible. That's your baseline. Because if you know that it's possible and you act as if, you'll figure out a way to get there. You know?
I heard this one. I'm gonna quote it. I don't remember where I heard it from. I listened to different things, but it was sacrifice who you are to become who you want to be.
Mm,
And that's powerful, man.
yeah.
Sacrifice who you are to become who you want to be. It's a very powerful statement. Um,
Yeah.
People need to just, like you said,
Wow.
put your tunnel vision on, look for that goal. Just focus on the goal. You're gonna get the naysayers. You're gonna get the friends and family telling you it can't be done. You might tell yourself it can't be done, but don't do it. Be positive. And like you said that you just mentioned, oh, Fenton's all happy go lucky. Yeah, people ask, why are you so happy all the time? And we did mention this in a previous episode.
Yeah.
Why are you so happy all the time? Because I told people, I'm like, why not? Why not be happy? Even my down periods. I've been in the gutter before,
Right.
and we talked about that before in an
Yep.
episode. And I just wake up and smile. Why? I got a chance to wake up this morning.
Right.
At least I get another shot. I get another chance at this thing we call life. I get another chance to hug my children. I get another chance to go and provide for my family.
Yeah.
Why not be happy about that?
I love that you said you get another chance. And some people might say, another chance at what? Right? Like, what is this life? And I think that when you write things down, when you write down your goals, when you make the vision plain and you're speaking it out and revisiting it every day, that is your life. You're trying to manifest the life that you envision, right? So you wake up happy to have another opportunity to get the life, to make the life that you want, the one that
Mhm.
you wrote down, the one that you talk about all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you wake up every day and you just go through the motions, oh, I got to go to work today, I got to do this, I got to do that. Like there's no purpose there. There's no intentionality. You're intentional in the sense that you have a responsibility or two or three or 10 and you have to do certain things to make sure you handle those responsibilities. So that's a level of intentionality. But you didn't write that down. That I don't think so. I don't think that's what you like. If you're working at the Cheesecake Factory, I don't think you wrote down like I want to be working on my feet 10 hours a day at the Cheesecake Factory. And I'm not knocking anyone who works at the Cheesecake Factory. I love the Cheesecake Factory. I was a waiter. There was a point in my life when I was waiting tables at two different places, and it was backbreaking work. And that's how I know I never want to do it again. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know because I did it. All right. So before you get in your feelings, like, oh, Fenton's cracking on people that wait on tables, like, no, along the way to my journey to manifesting the life that I wanted for myself, I did that as well because it's what I needed to do. I lost my job, I got laid off, I was engaged, and I had to figure out how I was going to pay for this wedding. I had just saved up enough money for the ring. Oh my goodness. It was like 6 months after I got engaged. I got laid off the following year. I think it was like February. And I had to get a job. And I always got a beard. I don't ever shave this thing. I worked at a catering hall, and dude was like, yo, Fenton, one last thing before you get this job, you have to shave your beard off, man, because food regulations, whatever. And I was like, are you kidding me? I said, I don't know about that, bro. And he was like, all right, well, take a day, think about it. But if you want to work here, for $8 an hour, part time, by the way, because he couldn't give me full time. It wasn't a full time gig, it was part time. Then you're gonna have to shave. I ate it, shaved, and I was working part time at a wedding catering hall, bro. Like trying to do 20 hours a week with like full time responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? I had a car note. I had just gotten engaged. I got rent to pay, 20 hours a week, and trying to figure this thing out until I got a second job as a waiter at this fine dining establishment. And it was a lot of work. It's going from one place to the next. And did I have my car at the time?
By the
Yeah, I
way, this
did.
is for the audience that thinks that we're just sitting on pedestals. No, we went through it.
Yeah, nah, come on, man. Don't play yourself. We're the only reason why we're here talking about this stuff is because we've lived it. And our hope is that we're able to give hope to somebody that I was like, boom, is that we're able to give hope to somebody that's going through. And I understand that it can be really easy to push back on some of these ideas, things like manifestation, and say, well, it's easy for you to say, or Fenton, Ken, it's not that easy. Trust us.
It
Trust
ain't
us.
easy.
We're not saying this from like some place of piety. It is not easy. You are absolutely right. It is hard. It could break you. This is work that needs to be done if you're going to get out of your situation and if you're going to get to the life that you want. And it should be said that neither Ken or I have reached our final destination. Like, we're not even in our final forms.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're still pushing, still working, still grinding, still manifesting, still learning, still cleaning ourselves up, right? Still meditating, still praying, still hoping to become better versions of ourselves. And along the way, we just decided maybe somebody needs to hear this. So it's possible.
It is very possible. Yeah, it's not a pedestal thing. Trust me. I know Fenton brought up his time when he was laid off with wedding on the way. Yeah, our second child came. That's when my first son came. Got laid off 2 weeks after he was born. Yeah, I was a project supervisor in Manhattan, and got laid off. I was out of work for a while and went into off the books commercial roofing. If and anyone has ever done commercial roofing or does it now, it's tough. I give you guys a lot of credit. We're doing flat roofs with hot tar with the sun out, and you're in full gear because you don't want your skin to get burned by hot tar. Yeah, I did
Chain
that for a
gang.
while. I would leave on a Monday morning. I would drive to Philadelphia. I wouldn't see my family along with my newborn and my daughter or my wife. I would come back Friday evening, tired. Saturday, I would see them and do my laundry. Sunday, I'd go to bed early to wake up Monday morning again and drive back to Philadelphia for the week. Did that for about 3.5 months. So, yeah,
Wow.
trust me, it's not a pedestal. It's
Wow.
it is what it is
Wow.
called life, and I
That's
took it with a
rough.
smile. Took it with a smile, and then after a while, my wife said, "Babe, you got to find something closer. I can't do this alone." Got into car sales.
That's rough, man. The
That was
whole
just
week?
one. Yeah, I was going from Monday morning. We'd leave at I think we left like 3 a.m. and we drive into Philly straight to the job site and then check into the hotel, well, the motel or whatever you want to call that thing. After the job was done for the day on Monday, we check into the hotel Monday evening
Right.
and then stay there the entire week and check out on Friday, go to the job site, and drive home Friday evening after working on the roof all day. Hang out with the family Saturday and Sunday, go to bed early, wake up Monday. Did that for 3.5 months because I was laid off, couldn't find work in construction. That was 2009. If anyone does remember that time when everything just kind of dipped.
Yeah, it sure
That was
did.
just one of the things, one of the obstacles of my life. Hey, I took it with a smile though.
Dude,
Took it with a smile.
3 a.m. I'm on my fourth dream. I'm in REM sleep. 3 a.m. This guy's getting up to go work on rooftops.
I was in the New Jersey Turnpike.
Wow, man. Yeah,
Yeah, it's all right though. I supported my family and no excuses. It is what it is. And I
it is
just said,
because, like we said, you made it through. We have 100% track record of making it through every tough day, through every tough season. You're still here. And like you said, that means you get to wake up the next day with a smile and say, I get to go and chase, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to use the word chase because that means it's getting away from you, but you get to go and make that life that you're trying to manifest. Um, I could
not
go on,
trying, by the way. I that word trying now. The life I will manifest.
and that's deep that okay, that specificity is really important. And I think we should spend a little bit of time there because I
Okay.
know that when you talked about like your wife writing down certain things about like where you want to live and the house and stuff like that, like I'm sure there was a lot of detail involved,
Oh my God, yeah.
right? Can you speak a little bit about like specificity in what you're writing and speaking?
Oh yeah. She went in. She would say, I want to be in a. I live in. She didn't say I would or I want to. She writes, I live there already. So I live in this size house. I live
Right.
with a house with this many bedrooms. I drive this kind of vehicle. My family makes this kind of income. So she wrote it as if it was already there. We were there already. She didn't write it within the sense of I hope or I wish or I will try my hardest. She wrote it down with we're here already. What are we doing? This is like I said, 8, 9, 10 years ago. She wrote it as if we were there and this is what it is. And I'm looking at my window, sipping my tea, and look at the rabbit across the lawn. Like she really went in.
The rabbit
And
was
she,
brown. It was kind of like a light
yeah.
brown. It
No,
hopped
she
about
she
six
definitely went
inches.
in, man. She's
Yeah.
into vision boards and she knows how to manifest. Let me tell you, she's definitely my wife is definitely a positive influence in my life. And I'm already that way. I'm very positive, but to have someone in my corner that's just like that, it's refreshing. It's a nice crutch to have that we can lean on each other that way. And we do have the same goals and we have the same um destination and point of what we want for ourselves and our family.
Mhm,
What we want for our children, what
mhm,
we want for our friends, what we
mm.
want for our extended family. Which we speak on that. We speak into the universe about manifestation and positive energy for the people around us. Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you want to do that? But not everyone feels that way, and it is what it is. And and that's the person that says, "Well, how come you're always happy and how come you're always smiling? Well, how come you're always miserable?" Why would you why would you want that in your life? Why would you want that misery? But again, that's a different topic, so I'll stay off that.
No, it's worth touching on just really quickly. Like, the answer, it's almost a rhetorical question, right? Like, why would you want to be like, there's plenty of reasons to be miserable. Life will give you lots of reasons to be
Oh yeah,
down and out and to just be sad, mad, angry, whatever. And it's like, again, with the basketball analogy, you can't focus on those things. You cannot focus on those things. And it really is that binary. If you stop focusing on the issues and start focusing on the solutions, focusing on the goals, you will see a difference in how you think, how you speak, how you move, and your life will start to change. And I know that sounds like pie in the sky, fairy tale stuff, But I'm telling you, listen to the people who, you know what I'm saying, that you admire. Like, all right, fine. You don't listen to us. All right. Ken and Fenton keep saying this stuff. All right, fine. Don't listen to me. Stay subscribed, but whatever. You don't have to listen. Watch the episodes till the end, but don't listen to us. Let's say that's hypothetical. Um, there are other very successful people who are all saying the same exact thing. Is just stop focusing on the negative, keep it positive. I read DJ Khaled's book, and
Mhm.
I think somebody had bought it for my wife actually, and I just picked it up and started reading it because I know Khaled's vibe, and I love his energy. That book is incredible. It's like, that man is a national treasure. Okay, his his ability to focus on the good in life, to focus on what he has gratitude for, and to speak all that stuff out on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Like, we the best. We the best. Come on, who says that? You know who says that? Oh, this is funny. I don't know if I ever shared this. Some people know that my web design agency, Olive Branch Digital, I mentioned that when I'm on networking calls, I say simply the best WordPress websites in Westchester. I live in
Mhm.
Westchester. Simply the best WordPress websites in Westchester. That is manifestation. That is me saying we're the best. There's no one better. And it's up to everyone else to prove me wrong because I'm claiming that spot. And don't you know, we just won the 2022 Best Web Development Agency in Westchester from Westchester Magazine, which is a big deal. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's another example of manifestation. And I started saying that because I read his book. And he's like, we the best, we the best. You gotta claim it, you gotta claim it. So I started saying, yo, we the best. That was straight from DJ Khaled. And we ended up winning the award. And now we truly are the best. So it's like, it's not fluff, man. It really comes down to believing it. And sometimes if you don't how do I say this? Sometimes if you don't, you got to fake it till you make it. Sometimes just saying it is enough. Maybe sometimes you don't believe it. Let's be honest. Sometimes you don't believe it.
Mhm.
And you need some type of vehicle to get you through those tough times where you're not feeling it. You're having self-doubt. You're not sure if you're worthy. You're not sure if you're good enough. I'm here to tell you that's fine. I struggle with that stuff all the time. Keep saying it anyway. And I'm telling you, it's going to change things for you. Because I didn't plan on winning any awards when I started saying that we're the best. But
Right.
I put it out there, and then other people said, y'all the best. You know?
That's what's up, man.
Come on,
But
bro.
that's a nice example right there, though. It's a
We the
beautiful example.
best. We the best.
Now I want to pick up his book.
This book is dope. It's called I think it's called like Keys or Major Keys or something like that. Something with a key. It's with a lion. It was like a key in his mouth. That man is a national treasure. Definitely read his book. It may seem kind of simple,
Right.
but that's kind of the point. It is that simple. I'm not sure how much longer this episode needs to be. Like, talk, talk
Right,
out loud
exactly.
what you want, write it down, keep saying it, wake up every day grateful for the opportunity to make it happen and to walk in it and to live in it. It's not that hard. Just do it.
Do you keep vision boards or write things down also, or?
I write. I do write
Mhm.
things down. I have a running journal, and I would say that I update it not so frequently. Okay, so here's how it works. I have specific goals. By this year, right? By this time, I want to
Mhm.
have these things in place. And I kind
Okay.
of do like a quarterly check-in. Like, how close am I to making this happen? Have I made this thing happen? And I'll check things off, and I'll set something new if once I've checked it off. So that's the way I personally operate, probably because I don't I don't like to get up every day and just write stuff down. But I do have affirmations that I say every day,
Mhm.
and those I think are really important to wake up and to just say I am this, I am that. I pray all throughout the day, incessantly. I'm always praying. I wake up in the morning before I kiss my wife. The first thing is I'm laying there just praying. I'm thankful that I woke up. Like it really is a gift to get up every day and to be able to go and execute. It is a gift, and it's not one
Yes,
that
it
we
is.
should squander. But you will squander it if you don't have a vision, and
This is
then
true.
that's why you gotta. I have. You asked about vision boards. I don't have a current vision board. I definitely have like websites that I go to for inspiration.
Hmm.
Mostly like homesnap.com, which I'm always on looking at, different houses in the market and just piecing together like what's my place look like. And that's a really great question. I'm glad you asked because you could do what I do and then take it to the next level. Take a screenshot of that
Yeah, I
house
do
that you
that.
like, right?
I
And
do
then go
that.
put that somewhere, whether you print it out or you use some, online, doc thing, whatever, digital scrapbook. Take screenshots of stuff and put it, you know what I'm saying, like where you want it to be. Yeah, you can use your
I,
phone.
I put it right on my phone. It's something funny. Look at this. So you talk about affirmations. So if you look at my folders, right? Yeah, put this in front of the screen. So I put my folders together. So let's say my folder that has my ring alarm system, my ADT system, that folder says I am secure.
Mm,
Um, my Chase app, my Venmo app, my Cash app, that folder says I am rich.
come on now.
My TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Spotify, that says I am learning.
Come on.
Um, when it comes to all the calculations, calendars, clocks, settings, that says I am amazing.
Awesome.
And when it comes to all my bills that I have to pay, that says I am organized. And that's how I put my folders. That's a very
Yeah.
recent thing. I just did that. I saw it online and I was like, you know what? Let me do that. So every time I open my phone now, it has affirmations in there saying what I am.
I think this will be the most rewinded portion of this episode because people are going to want to go back and see what did he say? This I am what? I am organized, I am rich. That's an incredible tip that somebody can apply today. You could pick up your phone, get organized, and write those affirmations in those folders. And I love that. I'm definitely going to borrow that for sure. Thank you for that, bro. That's
figure let
huge.
me let me just share that real quick. It's something quick you can do because you're always on your phone, right? It's that's our computer in our pockets. So every time you open it now, here's your some of your affirmations you're looking at. Why not?
Every
Maybe
time
that's
you're looking at your phone all day long. So imagine seeing those affirmations all day long. You're reminded every time of who you are, not of
mhm.
who you're going to be, who you are, because that language
Yeah,
is
right.
important.
That's who you are.
Right? Don't write "I am
It's
going to be rich" on your money app folder. Right? I am rich.
I am rich.
Get that language right. My former pastor he used to really like pounce on me about the words, man. Like I would say things that were, self-deprecating, or like deriding myself, and he was really, really serious about it. Fenton, no, 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 we don't talk like that, and he would correct me, and it was admonishment that I learned to take humbly. You know what I'm saying? Because I appreciated it was coming from a place of love, and for him wanting to see me be better, and
Hmm.
life and death really is in the tongue. What you speak is going to become your life, and so if you speak negatively about yourself, like, and we've talked about this on another episode, like that is a form of manifestation as well. Just stay away from it. Just stay away from
Hmm.
it. It's like anything in life that you shouldn't have. It's like anything else. Stop saying bad things about yourself. Stop saying bad things about the situation. Stop, stop, stop. Again, I'm going to use it one last time, the basketball analogy. Stop saying I didn't make the shot because there was three defenders on me. Figure out how to get better. You got to dribble
Right.
better. You got to shoot better. You're too slow in your footwork. Your body's not well conditioned enough. When you start looking at the solution, when you start looking at the basket, I'm telling you, you start optimizing for all those inefficiencies that you have because you say, it's me. It's me. Because it's not the obstacles anymore because we're not focusing on those. So it can't be them. It's not, oh, well, they're too big. They're too tall. They're too strong. My boss is, mean and doesn't hold me down. And, my, spouse doesn't do this. And it's not them anymore. It's you. What about you? What are you doing? How are you getting better every day? Oh, I know, because you got the affirmations to remind you that you have a standard to live up to. You have a standard to uphold. Saying I am organized, that's a standard. That's a declaration. You can't have a messy, you can't wake up and not make your bed if you're organized. You can't have a place that's not clean, an environment that's not organized. If you're saying I am organized, it's not true. It's a fallacy then. It's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
You now have a standard to uphold. I am rich. That means I move like a rich person moves. How do I do that? I get educated. I read books. I watch YouTube videos. I talk to a CPA. You know what I'm saying? I get an accountant. I get my back taxes cleaned up. I get my credit score in order, right? In order for you to be rich, you have to move like you're rich. In order to be learning, you have to set aside time. You know what I'm saying? Go on Amazon. Go buy the books. Watch a YouTube video with some successful person and get some book recommendations. Ask your well-to-do friend. Ask your boss. What are books that they read? Go on Amazon, get them. I can't afford them. Yes, you can. They have the used version. You don't need the brand new hardcover. Get the used paperback from $5.99 from 10 stores, right? Because
you go less expensive than that. Go to what is it? The Amazon books, the audio books. They're like, what is it? $20 a month. You get 2 books. $20 a month. You can afford $20 a month. All you people spending $8 in Starbucks. Stop it.
that's a great point, because I like physical books, but a lot of people like audiobooks, and the audiobooks are always going to be cheaper when you go on Kindle. It'll be like 99 cents.
Right.
So the point is, start moving as if you say that this is what you are, then you'll start doing those things, and that will elevate you.
Yeah. Very nice. That was a nice wrap up. I like that.
My guy, this is good, man. I'm going to definitely borrow that iPhone tip, the folders thing. I'm running with that, and I'm gonna revisit my list. My things. I try to do it like quarterly, like I said, just to stay on task. I have a different mindset than a lot of people. And I'll just say this last part. I think that when you're constantly saying these things out loud,
Mhm.
it becomes rote. Like you've memorized it, and you know what your visions are, and you know what your goals are. And so personally, I don't feel the need to constantly revisit what I wrote down, but some people may feel differently. And it's important for you to figure out a process that works for you.
Yes.
Figure out a framework of the writing and the speaking and the execute that works for you, because we're all going to do it differently. As long as you get where you're going, man, and as long as you see that mindset start to shift, that's the most important thing.
Exactly.
That's it.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna say it one more time before we let you go. Sacrifice the person you are to become the person you want to be. Just take that and write it down. Remember it. You're gonna have to do it. All right.
By the
That's
way,
what
I
the
did not need
the
that
teleprompter.
envelope
Teleprompter.
that Yes. We're always reading. I didn't need that envelope that I tore up in the last episode, in case anyone was wondering. It was not my birth certificate. It was an empty envelope. I know you're all wondering. So
Actually, I was wondering too. I meant to ask you, did you need that?
I'm going to put a video clip of it up here so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, my guy. I appreciate you as always.
Yes.
This is
You're the
great.
same, sir.
Everyone like, subscribe, and most importantly, share. Share with somebody that needs to hear this.
Please, please. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube, of course. Share, like, do your thing.
Do your thing.
Do your thing.
All right. Yeah. Peace.
Later, bro. Peace.